Hey guys, it's Tiffany, and for this week's book talk, I'm going to be talking about The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. And this was a better book than I thought it would be. I honestly thought it'd just be another fantasy, witchy type thing, but it's so much more than that, and I really, really like it. So this is about a boy named Callum, who prefers to go by Cal, and his father has drilled into his head that the Magisterium, which is a school for mages, is the worst place possible to be. It's just a horrible place. They lie to you and everything like that. So he grew up with that knowledge. And so when it came time to go for the Iron Trial to get into the school, he tried so hard to fail it, but he ended up getting selected to be an apprentice for one of the masters and attended the school. And a lot of things happen in this, and it's just up and down, and you're trying to figure out like who's who and what they can all do. And the Magisterium has 5 years to it. So you're in that school for 5 years. Of course you get summer break like regular schools, but you have 5 years of it. So the first year is called the Iron Year, then it's the Copper Year, the Bronze Year, the Silver Year, and finally you graduate with the Gold Year. And this is the first book of the installment. I'm kind of guessing there's going to be 5 books. There might be less, there might be more, I'm guessing, but I really liked this book. I really did. It was so much better than I thought it would be. That's all I'm gonna say for, oh, and I rated this a 5-star when really it was, I want to say a 4.65 rating out of 5 stars, just because there are some points where I wish they brought it more into the foreground more than other things they did. So yeah, but that is it for the spoiler-free part of this. If you have not read it and want to read it, I really do recommend it. I know I say that for all the books I do a book talk for, but I really do recommend it if you like fantasy and magic, and it's kind of a coming to age. It's more coming to identity almost, trying to figure out who you are, what you are, and everything. And, you know, realizing that you have friends. I'm not really sure on that sense, but it is a really good fantasy story, and I would recommend it. Like I said, I'm waiting to get paid to get the Copper Gauntlet. So, I really like this book. I love the way it feels too. It's like, anyway, that's it for the spoiler-free part of this. If you do not want to get spoiled and or you've not read it yet and you just kind of want to know what happens and you don't want to read it, you can stick around. But if you don't want to get spoiled, then please leave now, and I will see you Thursday with another video. And yeah, Thursday with another video and Monday with another book talk. So I will see you then. Till then, take care, happy reading. Okay, so there are a lot of things I want to talk about that happened in this, and I'm not sure where to start. I might just start with, I don't even know where to start. Like, oh my god, I hated the way they put like everything with the enemy of death towards the very end, and I really, like, I hated how short it was. I would have liked it if that was a bit prolonged a bit, you know. And then it's like, it's everything with Callum and the chaos-ridden animals, and it's just like, what is going on? And it's just, oh my gosh, it's a lot to take in. And then you have his friends who are also his co-apprentices for Master Rufus that are, you know, they've known about magic for a long time, but it's like, when it comes to actually performing it, Callum seems to be a lot better at controlling it and just executing it. But, you know, Tamara and Aaron are a lot, like, Like, they can actually do really, really well as well. And then there's also the fact that, I'm gonna screw up this word, the fact that we find out that Aaron is the Makar, I think, Makar. We find out Aaron's the Makar. I screwed up that word, I'm sorry. But we find out that it's him, which means he is a Chaos Mage, which is a very rare mage. Everything, like all of a sudden he has to get pulled out of regular training and put into special training. And, you know, we find out that Callum wants to be his counterweight and everything, which is very nice of Callum, because, you know, if you get too lost into chaos, you don't really get out of it. Another thing I kind of want to cover is the fact that you can, like, you find out that Callum's father, Alistair, has been trying to tell Rufus to bind Callum's magic before the end of the year. And Callum, you see Cal spending a lot of time trying to figure out if he should get his magic bound or not. And in the end, it doesn't get bound, which is a very good thing. Like, you find out that after the first year, if you succeed the first year, your magic will never be able to be bound. Like, no one can bind your magic after you've succeeded the first year. So that's a good thing. And then, you know, it kind of feels like, it still feels like, to the end, that Master Rufus is hiding something. Like, he's hiding something, and I'm hoping we find out what it is in the next book, because you don't find out about it in this book, not even at the end. And it's just like, what are you hiding? What aren't you telling us? And so on and so forth. And it's very frustrating, because it's like, you know, teacher's supposed to guide and everything. That Alistair's kind of holding something back as well, because in the book, he sends Master Rufus a note saying to bind Cal's magic. And with the note Alistair sent to Master Rufus telling him to bind Cal's magic, he sends a wristband, and this wristband is something all the students throughout the years get, because it marks the year they're in, everything they've accomplished, you know, controlling an element or controlling the counterweight and everything. And it's a wristband of achievements, essentially, but it also gets you, like, into your room, into the classroom, so on and so forth. It marks you as a student, and it gives you access to the rooms you need to go into. And it's really weird, because this wristband ends in the silver year, and, like, Alistair graduated the Magisterium. He's done the gold year and everything. If it's his wristband, then it should be complete. But it ends in the silver year, which was very confusing, and it's like, we're not entirely, like, you do find out whose wristband it is and everything, and you find out the backstory to the Enemy of Death and so on and so forth. The reason why I mentioned the Enemy of Death is because on the wristband there is a black onyx rock on it, which is for mastering chaos, or, you know, being a chaos mage. And, you know, that's like the only hint that's in it, and it's really, really weird. So it's just kind of, it really brings up a lot of questions, like, what does Alistair know? What does Master Rufus know? What aren't they telling him? And I'm definitely not gonna, like, mention, like, the very end of this, because that would spoil a lot. But, like, seriously, go grab this book, go read it, you will enjoy it. It is a really good fantasy read, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's high fantasy, but it is a really good fantasy read. It also has some things that kind of bring you down to earth, and it covers, like, bullying in that, and you know, who's really to take the blame for certain situations. And yeah, I would strongly recommend this. And so go out and get it. I'm gonna go get the second one. Anyway, that's it for this week, and I will see you Thursday with a new video, and next Monday with a new book talk. So until then, have a good one and happy reading.